We are transitioning to our next demo. Welcome, Sebastian.
Hello, Julia. How are you?
Excited. What's up with the Expandi?
Yes, hello, and thank you for having me here. Glenn is joining us as well today. This presentation was supposed to be Noah here, but Noah is in Bali and it's 4 o'clock in the morning for him, so I am covering him today. So I'm so happy to be here.
We're going to be silently jealous. Glenn, welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
Let's get into it. Let's see the demo.
All right.
Yeah, Sebastian was able to jump in like last minute, so preparations happened yesterday, but
Yeah.
should manage.
Should I start sharing my screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. So, well, once again, thank you for being here. My name is Sebastian. I work as an onboarding specialist here at Expandi. I'm going to show you what Expandi, how can Expandi can help you, right? And basically, we are a LinkedIn automation tool. This is your landing page. So when you log in, this is where you're going to be looking at the stats of your running campaigns. So for example, if I come over here, I see that yesterday I got connected with 38 people, sent 20 connection requests, 18 follow-up messages, and 26 mobile connection requests. I will tell you in a minute what is this, but all this in an automated way. So once you connect your account, right, it will not take you more than 5 minutes, right? And we are providing you with your own proxy. So that makes Expandi one of the safest tools in the market. And we also have, we run webinars 2 times a week. So for new users, there's webinars on Mondays and Wednesdays. So when you sign up, you can sign up to this webinar with me. And we have a Q&A section. So we help you to get onboarded. It's super easy. We have really cool settings. So to keep your account safe, like the account warm-up and many more. And all this is covered when you sign up in the webinars. So you can join, ask your questions, and I am there for you, right? So once you connect your account, right, the next thing we need to do is we need to add contacts to Expand, right? We do that, we call it a search. So we go to the search and we press add a new search. And in here, we have all the different ways of adding contacts to Expand, right? A basic search and a sales navigator search are the more simple ones. Basically, you go to LinkedIn, you're looking for a certain role, I don't know, sales managers, right? You start applying some filters. Once you're happy with that list of people, you copy paste the URL in here, we press next, and then that's it, right? That's how easy it is to add the contacts to Expandi. But those are not the only ways of adding contacts to Expandi, right? For example, if you are the owner of a company page on LinkedIn and you want to scrape the rest of the people that are following you because you want to reach out to them, we can do that. And we have a really cool search called post engagement search, right? This doesn't have to be your own post. It could be anyone. It could be your competitors. It could be an influencer that is very relevant for your industry, right? And if there's one post that, I don't know, is talking about something about your product or about your industry, and you want to scrape the people that interacted with that post, we can do that. Same with a group search or an event search, right? If you're a member of a group or hosting or attending an event and you want to scrape the rest of the attendees, we can do that, right? But the end goal of a search is always the same, right? We add contacts to Expandi so we can later on assign them to a campaign. Today, I did, I cooked this up before, but I did a post engagement search. Basically, I went to Glenn's profile and I see that one of these posts, a lot of people interacted with the post. So let's say that I want to reach out to them. So this is not my own post, it's Glenn's post, right? So very simply, I just click here on the feed us, copy link to post, and then in the search, I copy that link, I paste it, I press next, and look at this. We got everyone that interacted with that post here, so we can now assign them to a campaign, right? Super easy to add contacts, nothing complicated, right? once we have the contacts in Expandi, we're ready to start the first campaign, right? So we will go to My Campaigns, and in here, you will see your running campaigns with some stats as well. But if we press Add a New Campaign, you will see all the different campaigns that we have, right? For example, the connector campaign is a very easy and very effective way of, growing your network, because you add this list of people to the campaign. We will start automatically sending a connection request to them. And once the connection request is accepted, we start sending a chain of follow-up messages. You decide how many of them. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want, right? And obviously, I will show you in a minute, but as soon as they reply to one of these messages, we will stop the campaign for them, right? Why is that? Well, obviously, maybe their reply, there's a question there, right? And our next message is not answering that question, so we don't want to sound like a machine. So Expandi will automatically stop the campaign. So you can go there, read the message, and then you have two options. I will show you that in a minute. But coming back to what I show you in the dashboard, the mobile connector campaign, this is a very cool feature that we have, because this will make you maximize the number of connection requests that you can send. As we all know, for example, when you make a search here and you start adding people in LinkedIn, you know that at some point, probably to all of you, it happens, you will see that pop-up window saying, hey, Sebastian, you reach your weekly limit. You have to wait another week so you can send more connection requests. If at that point you connect to your LinkedIn account through your phone, through the LinkedIn app, well, LinkedIn will let you send more connection requests, because LinkedIn treats those connection requests as separate. And we have a way of mimicking that behavior from the back end, so you can send more connection requests. So you're not only limited to 100, let's say, connection requests a week. You can send with this one 150, 160, even more, right? Then we have the builder campaign. I will show you this. This is probably our most advanced campaign. It's my favorite campaign, because in here you can create your own sequence of action, right? So for example, we can do something really cool, that is warming up your lead before sending the connection request. So if you see here, I start by visiting someone's profile, right? After that, one day after, I will follow the profile and I will like a post. What that's going to do? Well, we're going to appear in their notifications 3 times, and they will see my name, right, before I send the connection request. Then I will check if I am connected or not. And if I'm not, I will send a connection request to them, right? And when I send the connection request, I can tell Expandi, okay, what is the time I want to wait, until I do the next action. So in here, if I send the connection request today, and if after 10 days they don't answer my connection request, then I can do some proactive actions, right? If I send the connection request and they accept it tomorrow, this message will go the day after tomorrow, 1, 2, 3 messages, as many as you want. But if after 10 days, let's say Julia didn't respond my connection request, what I can do is I can visit her profile and like another post of her, right? And hopefully, that will increase the chances of her connecting with me, right? So we have all the different, and the possibilities here are endless, right? It's your own creativity, right? To see, to get that connection request so we can send that message through, right? And you can keep going like this until, for example, after, let's say 20 days, we can check if they have an open profile. And if they do, we can send an open email, right? This builder campaign runs exactly the same as another really cool campaign that we have, which is the inbound campaign. In the inbound campaign, you can create the same sequence of actions, but the people that you're adding to this campaign, you're not adding them through a search, it's people that they are viewing your profile. So if you set that sequence, every time someone looks at your profile, it will run through that sequence, right? So this is a really cool campaign to have if you get a lot of inbound visitors to your profile and you want to reach out to them because you don't want to lose that business. We can do that automatically, right? And once the campaign is running, right, it will look something like this. You will see on a contact level what's going on, right? You will see, okay, for example, for this contact, I send the connection request. I am awaiting the reply. for this contact, he replied to me, so the campaign stops. See, this is blue, because obviously I need to come here, read the message, and for example, if it's just like, thanks for the connection, right, I can simply continue the campaign, or I can reply to the message here, okay? And another really cool thing is that we can connect Expandi, for example, with your CRM system or with any other tool like Clay or Apollo or like a data enrichment tool, right? And we can use custom tags. So for example, I create my own tag here, like called lead, for example, and then this could be the trigger, right? Every time I tag someone as a lead, this could be the trigger to the webhook to send information of this contact, let's say to Clay, so we can enrich that contact, or to my CRM system, or to an email automation tool. You decide that, right? Or even to a spreadsheet, right? So I see a lot of people using this technique, because if you're automating your outreach, I think that you should also automate the next step. It's like how we move the information of this contact to, I don't know, to your CRM system, to Clay, to whatever you decide, right? Whatever is your sales process, we can automate that. We do that through Zapier, right? So it's very easy to create a webhook with Expandi and to a tool, and you can decide what is the trigger. I think that, custom tagging people is the best way to do it. And then you can also use these tags. For example, I can filter by all the leads generated through this campaign, and if you want to do it manually. Of course, I always suggest to have your own webhook, right? And now I see that I have a little bit more time. I want to explain another use case for the builder campaign, because the builder campaign could be used not only for reaching out to people, but also, for example, let's think about this. Like, let's think that you want to, today one guy called it like show love campaign. So for example, let's say that you want to show some love to your first degree connections, right? You can run them through this campaign, and every now and then you can visit their profile, and then 15 days after you can like a post of them, right? So you're keep being active in their minds. Like you're showing yourself that you're there, so you can do that all automatically, right? So the use cases are endless. It's just depending on what you want to do and your creativity. And yeah, so basically I think that covers
maybe we have 3 minutes more, Sebastian. Maybe we can also explain a little bit how, let's say, some personalization could work with our placeholders that we use. So
okay.
by using, for instance, Clay to enrich certain things about their lead, and actually use that as customization in a campaign that you're running.
Yeah, I will show you. So basically, once we run a search through Expandi, we're scraping all the available data that we have from LinkedIn, right? So we have first name, last name, and all these could be used in the message as a placeholder, right? With one generic message, we can write hi first name, right? And then this will get automatically filled up with the placeholder here. But the thing here, like most of the people have their personal email here. So we have the ability of sending emails through Expandi, but if you don't run this search through Clay, for example, it will not be the best, because you're sending them to their Hotmail, right? So what you can do is you can download this even as a CSV file, for example, and then you can run that list through Clay, enrich that data, and pull this data back to Expandi to have spot on data and to be really personalized with the message that you're sending to them.
And maybe to attribute, if you can show maybe how that looks in a campaign. I think everyone knows the importance of, let's say, inbound triggers, right? Because basically doing cold outreach via LinkedIn, using a sales nav search, uploading that list, you might find it not in the right moment, not the right time you're reaching out to those leads, right? So using the intent triggers, people actually engage on your post. You can define the different awareness stages. And if they visit your profile and it matches your ICP, the outreach would be 10 times better, and the results as well. So maybe you can quickly show how one placeholder looks like, and then I think we are out of time.
Yeah. So in any type of campaigns, right, in the steps of the campaign, we have here all the placeholders, and we have the dynamic placeholders as well. Let's say that you have any other data, like, I don't know, the technology they're using or anything like that. So when we write the message in here, I can write hi first name, right, something like that. And then dynamic placeholders, I have one called favorite pet. Let me see if I had that one. Let's say that you know that I am a cat person and Glenn is a dog person, right? We just have that information in the placeholders. And when I use the dynamic placeholder called pet, when it goes to Glenn, it will say dog, and when it goes to me, it will say cat. So just think about all the possibilities.
And for the custom messages, we're able to also use AI to use that custom message and place it in the right context based on the campaign goal. But we will show maybe more during, let's say, one of our webinars. So I think we're out of time.
Yeah.
Very practical tech, and we got a lot of burning questions. Practical. How do you get past the 100 invite cap? Is it even possible, Sebastian, Glenn?
Yes, it is super possible. We say that start with after the account warm up. You could easily start sending 100. But if you use the mobile connector campaign, you will be able to go above that 100. So if you see here, yes, like this week I sent 28, 20, and 27 connection requests just in 3 days. And then mobile ones, I sent 21, 26, and 29, right? By using a combination of these two types of campaigns, that you can also use them in a builder campaign, right? You can have two builder campaigns, one sending mobile connection requests and one sending normal connection requests. And that's how you can, go above that level. And also another good tip here is if you see that you're performing at that level that we set here in the LinkedIn settings, right? We set the max amount of connection requests that we're sending. If you see that you're performing at that level, what we suggest is that you can try to send a little bit more, right? Not go crazy, because LinkedIn doesn't go like when you go crazy, but you can try to send a little bit more and then check the progress in the dashboard. And if you keep performing at that level, it means that LinkedIn is used to that level of performance. And then you can keep, going by 3 or 5 more, like a month. And if you do that consistently, you can send more than 100 for sure.
And performance is also based on the SSI. LinkedIn has the social selling index, and which means that if you connect to the right people, so don't only use outreach to reach out to leads, okay? Also try to build relationships, build your network with the right people, and that will get you a higher acceptance rate, which will give you some extra bandwidth.
Next question is, how do you keep the account from getting shut off?
Well, we have so many different security measures with Expandi. One of that is the proxy that we're giving. So each LinkedIn account will have a dedicated IP address. So we don't use anything like an API to LinkedIn or an add-on on your browser, anything like that. We are actually setting up a virtual computer that this will have a dedicated IP address. So it's really almost impossible to LinkedIn to spot you. And then if you follow all these, because Expandi is built to mimic human behavior, right? So for example, if during one day we need to send 30 connection requests, it's not that all the connection requests will go at once. You can set here your active time settings, and we will queue all the tasks and we will spread them during these active hours. So it's not that everything will go at once. And as well, having, for example, limit ranges. In here, we say, okay, I want to send between 25 and 30 connection requests, and we will randomize the number of connection requests that we send every day. So we're not sending every day the same amount, right? So we mimic human behavior the same way that you work with LinkedIn. We do it, but in an automated way, so you don't have to, waste your time.